Hello everybody and welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena with me, Dark Mazda, for Dark Mazda Series Gaming. In this episode we are going to be taking a look at the Rakdos Midrange deck, which is posted on the untapped.gg meta listings. I think at the present moment of recording it is the second most used deck in Magic the Gathering Arena. So we're going to take a look at the cards and we're going to explain the synergies and identify the win cons. I mean, if regular viewers and for people who are familiar with the game will be able to spot them straight away. Well, anyway, we're going to start from left and work our way all the way to the right. So let's see this. So we've got a Voltage Surge ×4. It's an instant spell from the Kamigawa set. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice an artifact. Voltage Surge deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If this spell's additional cost was paid, it deals 4 damage instead. We will be getting some artifact tokens from the Bloodlight Harvester, so it's going to get plenty of use and it will come in handy for dealing with some of the creature cards and or planeswalker cards as well. Next up we've got Infernal Grasp. Does what it says on the tin. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. We've got Tenacious Underdogs. Basically it's a 3/2 for 2 mana, 1 in a swamp. And it's also got a Blitz ability, so we pay 2 life to use it, plus 4 mana. You may cast Tenacious Underdog from your graveyard using its Blitz ability. We've got the Blood Tithe Harvester. When Blood Tithe Harvester enters the battlefield, create a blood token, and we can sacrifice a Blood Tithe Harvester, and target creature gets -X until the end of the turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Activate only as a sorcery, so that's at sorcery speed. And we've got the Meat Hook Massacre. Everyone's familiar with this card. When the Meat Hook Massacre enters the battlefield, each creature gets -X until the end of the turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain 1 life. Graveyard Trespasser. So it's got a ward, and to use a spell on this, you have to discard a card. Whenever Graveyard Trespasser enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And that's the Daybound version. The Nightbound version, it's still got the ward for discard a card. It increases in power for 4/4, and whenever a Graveyard Glutton enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. We have Liliana of the Veil for our Planeswalker. For +1, each player discards a card, and for -2, target player sacrifices a creature. And for -6, we separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles. That player sacrifices all permanents in the pile of their choice. When that ability has been used on me before, people tend to separate the lands and all of the permanents. So you get to choose whether you want to keep your lands or keep your permanents. Yeah, that can turn out quite bad, to be fair. So there we go. Dangerous card. We've also got Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Create a 2/2 Red Goblin Shaman creature token with whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. That's stage 1. Stage 2, we may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. And for 3, we exile it, and it turns into a reflection of Kiki Jiki. And once it's lost its summon and sickness, we can use 1 mana to tap it and create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature we control, except it has haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Alright, so this card goes really good for when we've got Sheoldred, the Black Praetor card, especially for the you may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. So if we draw 2 cards, we get 4 life back. We'll see that when we head over to Sheoldred, the Apocolypse. It's a Phyrexian Praetor, Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life, hence the discard the 2, draw the 2. And whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So this is going to be one of our win cons, if we can keep it on the board and protect it. We've also got another win con here, which is Invoke Despair. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. So we can basically do up to 6 damage per use of this card, depending on how much stuff they've got out. We've got 11 swamps, Takenuma, Abandoned Mire. We can add a swamp, or we can channel it for 3 and a swamp, which will make us discard Takenuma, Abandoned Mire. Mill 3 cards, then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature we control. We've got Mountain. We've got Sokenzan, Crucible of Defiance. We've got 4 Haunted Ridge, 4 Sulphurous Springs. It's one of these pain lands that that are new to the set, or re-entering within this set. And we've got 3 Tramway Stations. It enters the battlefield tapped, and we can add Swamp or Mountain. We can also use it to draw a card if we need to draw cards, for the cost of 4 mana overall. Okay, so let's see how this deck performs. We'll have a few matches, and then as usual we will open up the untapped.gg stats page for the deck usage and see what we managed to do stats wise. See if our win rate is similar to what the meta rate and win rate is, and just basically see if it's worth us continuing to play with this deck in the future. So without further ado, let's get going and have some matchups. So this looks like a good starting hand for us. We can do maybe Tram Station first, then a Swamp, Tenacious Underdog. Yeah, we'll do that, I think. We'll move the cards that we want to use first. Sulphurous Springs is a backup, just in case we need the extra red mana. So let's get Tenacious Underdog out. Should we go Fable of the Mirror Breaker next, or another Tenacious Underdog? I'm not entirely sure. I think... Can we get away with it? Let's go for the Mirror Breaker. And we'll attack for 3. Right, so we're going to put that straight down. That's fine. Doesn't want us to get the treasure token. We can discard 2 cards. I think if we get rid of one of these Sulphurous Springs, we've got a Liliana instead, so that's going to be helpful. What shall we do? Well, let's use one of these for starters. Use the Underdog. Should we get the... Yeah, we'll do the Blood Tithe Harvester. Why not? We'll get the artifact on the board so that we can use the Voltage Surge. Oh no, maybe not. Never mind then. Well, let's attack. Next turn we get the Kiki Jiki, but it'll have Summon and Sickness, so we won't be able to use it straight away. Whatever creature he gets out, we can use Liliana. Right. Now, it's going to be a bit of a risk using Sheoldred here, because I think we get rid of it straight away, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. It's probably going to get countered. Hope it resolves. No. Well, we tried, but now they've got no mana back, so we can lethal next turn unless they do something. Right. So let's reflection one of these. See what he does. Is he going to counter anything? Or is he going to get rid of anything? We'll attack. To damage. Okay. We win. So there we go. That's the first match taken care of. Let's go on to the next. Oh, it's a bit of a risky start, this one, but we're gonna go anywhere. We've got a voltage surge to kind of control the field a little bit. Hopefully we draw a land off the top. And see what our opponent wants to do. I like the squee. Oh, nice. Yeah, keep you on your toes. Is our opponent going to play? I'm getting the rope out. Alright, there we go. So, next up, what are we doing? I think we play Soak Enzan next. Get the underdog out. So blue Dex is probably going to get countered at some point. Alright, we've got another voltage surge. So we'll use the tramway station. We'll hold those and we'll just attack for 3. We can use Liliana next turn. Utilising. So what we can do is we can Liliana this. So we could voltage surge twice. I mean, there's nothing stopping us doing that. We can save our Liliana. Probably not going to like that we did that. Let's go for a red goblin. I think we use Takanuma just for extra mana. We don't need to discard any cards. Another Houty Jin. So what we're going to do, no, we just decline. And then we Liliana this here. So we're -2 if it doesn't get countered. I don't think there's any counter spells that can use for 1. Oh, how's it used 2 there? Ah, right, costs 1 less to cast. We'll say nice. We'll get the treasure. Okay, We might as well get that out now then. Not going to like this. Hope you got counter. Alright, that's fine. You can negate it all you want. But we are still going to attack. Because we need to keep the pressure on. If we get rid of an instant or sorcery from the graveyard, we can potentially remove one of these. We'll get rid of the negate. Oh, I thought it would have took the toughness down as well, not to worry. So we can either Tenacious Underdog next turn, or we can copy something that's on the board already. Right, he's Fade and Hope that, that's fine. He says good game. I thought he meant that we were going to win, but we obviously not. What we doing then? I guess we do this. Yeah, if he defends it, then we can bring this guy out. Another one of those. I think he meant that we were going to lose. Oh, let's see if we can get it through. He's going to defend against everything here. So we want... Oh, he's won. How did that even happen? Wow. Alright, yeah, let's do this one. Another Sheoldred. That's amazing. 3 in the hand. Oh wow, this is going to be amazing. Look at all these that we've got. So, I think we're Liliana.
Nobody knows Dominaria shadows like me. Off you go.
And we need to land off the top now and get a Sheoldred out. can get rid of Liliana if you want. Right, that's fine. New probes. We got our land off the top. Each player discards a card. Let's get rid of one of our Sheoldreds. I'll not suspect that we've got another one. So that'll take 2 life off the opponent. And probably not want to attack us unless they've got some sort of spell. Never mind. And then they're going to attack Liliana. Right, okay. Fair do. Well played.
I'll be back with friends.
Another Invoke Despair, but we've got another Sheoldred. So there we go. And he says nice. So he didn't expect it. We'll say thanks. We need another swamp off the top, and then we can use Sheoldred for maximum value. Nice. And here's our max value coming. Oh, he's squeak. Nice. Very nice. He's going for it here, mind. But we're going to go for it as well, so... Why not? You going to defend? He needed to, because otherwise he would have lost the 2 life there. Good game to our opponent. Rothgard, respect. And we move up another notch on our platinum rank. Okay, let's keep this for now. We're going to start as we normally do. No, I think we start with the normal, because we've got the option to do it normally, so we'll get the underdog first. We've got Teamer, yeah. Is it Teamer you call it? Or is it Simic? I can't even remember. Oh no. Got red as well. Right. Go on, let's get another one down. One of them's going to get destroyed. It's probably the one that's on the board already. Fine, voltage surge it all you like, my friend. You're heading for despair, my friend. We've got all the mana we need here. No, we'll just leave it at that. Are you willing to trade? You are not willing to trade. Right. Well, that's good news. Next turn we can invoke despair. So got another voltage surge so you can get your 4 damage on us. He's thinking about it. Nice. Right, let's see what they give up with the Invoke Despair. Alright, no blocks. We have got good life gain in our deck. Let's see. Right. So we're going to Invoke Despair, and then we're going to Infernal Grasp whatever's left over. So let's do that now. Probably gives up the token artifact. Which one are you giving up? Probably gives up the Helena and Helena. Chucking out the rope. Yep, thought he would, because the other one's more valuable. And then we just no attacks. We can then Infernal Grasp the Briar Bridge, and then attack for 6, hopefully. Got a Jaya, so we can get rid of the Jaya then, in that case.
Good thing it wasn't against me.
Right, so they're going for the monk
You're
token.
no match for my students.
Alright. So let's just do this. Thought you might do that.
I fry twerps like you for breakfast.
Oh, we're getting quite a lot of lands here. Can you stay in the game? Ginny Fair? We only need 6 damage though.
Get out there and
Can we get
blaze
enough
apart.
through? That's the question. Right. Where X is twice the number of blood tokens, so we can get rid of this here. But do we need to? What's -2? You're going to have to defend them all, aren't you? Discard that. Probably not get anything that we can use. Another land. We'll go and Invoke Despair to finish the game. Oh, Bad choice. You needed that. Oh, he's used a pain land. Unfortunately, I think it is game over. Oh, it's not.
You're no
It's
match
not.
for my students.
We can force a... Oh, they give up. They know what was coming. Right. I think really if they play on, they win that match. But I'll take the win. Yeah, let's keep this. We will put... straight in with the 1 life. Alright, we'll start with Haunted Ridge because turn 2 we actually do want to play something. Right, he's going hardcore with the life drain. Got Liliana straight off.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Well, Liliana's gone.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
Get rid of the sulphurous springs. There we go, we've got our tenacious underdog there. Right, but we do need 2 creatures to block that. Right, we've got a meat hook. Right, I think we needed it. So this is going to go for 2. We just need it to catch up a little bit. Yep, and we get a little bit of life back. Yep, whatevs. One, two, three, 1, 2. Okay, so we can do the same. We'll get the tenacious underdog out, and we'll get a graveyard trespasser out. Let's get rid of Liliana, just in case you can get her back from the graveyard. Yep, fair enough. Okay, that's fine. Got some more. Oh, unlucky, my friend. We've got Sheoldred ready to come out. That's fine. Do what you need to do. Oh, I doesn't know what to do now. He trying to beat me with fast aggro, and unfortunately we just managed to draw the right cards against him. We need 1 more win for diamond rank. Can we do it? Can we? Be the second time that we ever made diamond. Looks good to me. Right. Let's start with the Haunted Ridge. We'll try and take down whatever they bring out first. I said nay, Barbara. I said nay. So we're getting closer to Invoke Despair as well. Come on, Squee. It's red aggro. It's the haste deck that we had before. Because we... Ooh, should we... Yeah, we'll put Sheoldred down. Sheoldred, sorry. Because there's no burn spells that we can do to knock us up. Is there? Unless they use 2, maybe? No, they're not doing it. And they've stopped. Right. So, what's next? I think we do Sulphurous Springs, Invoke Despair, target the opponent. Yeah. And every time we draw... Right. No attacks. They lose 2 life. I think we Liliana next turn. And Underdog. Then we can get rid of another creature of theirs. He's thinking, do we attack? What's the plan here? Do we attack then use the... Right, okay. Well, we have got another Sheoldred here. So we're going to swamp Liliana. Probably going to sack any second
When
now.
I win, you're telling me what
Sacrifice
you
a
know
creature.
about the Raven Man. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
Yep, gets rid of Squee. So what do we do now then? Do we Underdog? Yep, and no more attacks. We don't mind if the attack Liliana. We got the value out of Liliana that we wanted. Maybe should have attacked with Sheoldred, but never mind. We could have cast another one. We'll do that next turn. We could even possibly defend with Sheoldred. Alright, deals 1 damage. Probably got a burn spell here.
With burns. Fighting everything with fire burns all your bridges.
That's fine, because we've got another one. After we... Oh, should we... No, we Sheoldred first. Tramway station. And we Invoke Despair next turn. No attacks.
Wisdom kindles the heart.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help you now. Well, it might do, actually. Because we've got an Invoke Despair coming at you. Right, the Elder Dragon War. I want to say nice, because that is very nice. Oh, wow. You've got to choose which one you keep now. 12 damage. How did you even do that? Wow, I am impressed. Good game, my friend. I'm very impressed with that. That was very good. I'll let you get the last hit. Well done. Cabal Papa. Wow. I like that deck. But now we're 2 wins away from Diamond. I thought we really were going to have that. Yeah, let's keep this one. Right. First up, what are we doing? Tramway station, definitely. Right, let's get the underdog out. Standard. Get another underdog out. Oh, it's going the same way as the other match. Right, okay. That's fine by me. Sun Gold Sentinel. Right, okay. Nice. Well, I guess we're just going to do this then.
Nobody knows Dominaria shadows like me. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Yep, fair enough.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Right, we've got a Fable for next turn. And he's got a tapped land, so he hasn't really got anything that he can put out there just yet. Well, he has got something. What's he going to put down next turn? We can Infernal Grasp it. Right, fair enough. Can do that. He's just wasting your cards on our tokens. Should have really exiled the Tenacious Underdog. I like it when the opponents are actually they actually being respectful for a change. Normally these just seem a bit salty and toxic, and they always go good game or like oops, or you know, it just doesn't make it for a nice game. We'll say nice because, you know, at the end of the day we're here to have fun, guys, and it's all about having fun. So be respectful to your opponents, and hopefully, you know, they will be respectful to you as well. And if not, then they're just douchebags. Wow, he's really bringing this to the yard.
For the sake of all Innistrad, my will must
Right, so this is what we're doing here.
I bring my own army.
Discard up to 2 cards. No, I think we'll decline. And right, it's sorcery. So if we get rid of Sorin first, and then use Invoke Despair, then we can take an extra 2 damage.
Darkness, I return.
Three lands off the top. How would you get 3 lands off the top? That is just ridiculous. Right, okay, so Tramway Station it is. Maybe sacrifice that for another card next turn. What does your fox do? Hello. Better than my fish. Nice. Right. What are we going to do then? Think. Haunted Ridge. Do we... Blood token, so it does 2 damage to the... Right, let's sacrifice this. Right, we did get a Voltage Surge. Is this an artifact? It is. Nice. We'll do ours for 0. Then we can use this. Next, attack for 3. When it dies, because it gets sacrificed, we do get another life, I think, or is it, or do they get 1 taken off? I'm not sure. But we do get another card, so there's that as well. Oh, I'll say good game. We had a good game. Okay, so we're back up to needing 1 more notch. This is going to be the last game. Can we get to diamond this time? Come on. I've got a feeling this is the one. So let's get the Haunted Ridge out. Next up's the Swamp, the Underdog. We'll go for the Trespasser. Well, you have to discard a card. Right, that's fine. We're happy with that. Let's go Underdog and Blood Tithe Harvest. Right. Let's go for another Trespasser. For 9 damage. Unless you can do something this turn. I think it's game over. Oh, there we go. Right. So, we can do something here. We can do a thing. And Invoke Despair, and that we win. Well, look at this, guys. We are Diamond Tier 4. I am so happy at the moment. You do not believe. You will not believe it, should I say. So everybody, this is the statistics for the Rakdos Midrange deck. It's got a 67% win rate. On play, we have 55% to win. On the draw, 100%. Yeah, we've had 15 matches. I'm not sure if that's a big enough sample size, but we will keep playing with this deck, and we will revisit it at a later date, and we will, you know, revisit the statistics for the deck. The decks that it doesn't seem to do too well against is Mono Blue and Mono Red. Everything else is kind of like 50-50, so I think that's Esper and Orzhov. You know, kind of 1-1. I guess it just depends what sort of draw they get. So the last 5 losses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we lost against a Selesnya deck as well. So I'm quite happy to say that 67% is, you know, quite a decent-ish win rate for the deck. It is listed as the second most used deck in the meta. So yeah, let's go and take another look at the deck. So there we have it, guys. This is the deck that has made us, well, helped us get to Diamond ranking within the ranked ladder. We're very happy that we have managed to make it there. Have you liked the deck? 67% win rate so far, and that's from 15 matches. If you've enjoyed the episode, give me a like and a sub. Tell me down below, what cards do you think overperformed, or is there any cards that you think have underperformed during this episode? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, that's it from me, and I will see you guys on the flip side.